wild primary now set for Democrats in Virginia's 4th Congressional District. And today, a pair of state senators said they want to fill the seat left vacant by the death of Don McEachin. Political reporter Henry Graff now with details.
One day after the governor set a special election for February, there's a growing list of candidates now wanting to head to Washington. At the state capitol, Jennifer McClellan announcing she's running to become the 4th District's next representative in Congress. The state senator, invoking Donald McEachin's name, says her focus would be on voting rights, reproductive concerns, and environmental legislation. At her kickoff event, McClellan reflected on those who came before her.
And listening to their stories, I understood that my calling was to make government a force for helping people and solving problems.
In Petersburg, State Senator Joe Morrissey also announcing a bid for Congress. Surrounded by city officials, Morrissey touted his accomplishments at the State House and said he could do the same at the federal level. He says criminal justice reform is a top priority.
I have consistently and constantly looked out for the marginalized, those that don't have the same benefits that all of us and all of you have. I've watched out for them.
Other Democratic candidates announcing runs include attorney Joseph Preston. He's held office before and believes there should be a debate on the Dem side before Tuesday. On the Republican side, at least one more person has come forward to run. Dale Sturdifin, a former Mecklenburg County School Board chairman, says he's filing the paperwork. Leon Benjamin also announced he's running for the 4th District seat again after losing to McEachin on election night. The Republican committee for the 4th District says it will likely hold a canvass coming up on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. On your side in Petersburg, I'm Henry Graff, NBC 12 News.
Thanks, Henry.